Welcome folks to this Let's Play of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I'm Miacis.
I am T5SD, world famous renowned traveler, guy who uploads crappy things, and sometimes a Fire Emblem video once in a blue moon, but this is a new little venture.
Yes, since we two are Fire Emblem fans, and we're like, hey, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance is really cool, right? And turns out TTDSD hasn't played it yet, so
no, I have never played it. So we decided that we're gonna do it.
Yes, decided.
But the only thing about this introduction video, in this video, is that we already had a file started. We lost the first two chapters, so we're going to be redoing them here.
Yeah.
Just
don't.
So if the level ups are different when you see like the rest of the stages, it's because we literally had to just do this over again.
Yeah, basically every stat gained, everything done here will not matter in the final file, basically.
Which is why if there's any good level up, every good level up there is, I'm going to smack the wall behind me.
And I am going to not do that because there's no wall behind me and I would be falling over and that would be bad.
Well, you can fall off your chair.
that would be awkward. Having a random PewDiePie moment, like, I'm scared.
The audio turns into a box.
Essentially. Yeah, welcome. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. A good game on the Nintendo GameCube of a good series. And it's good. It's good, guys.
The word good is a word that is also good.
Yes.
Good.
There are other words than good, and there's also another save file, which is the one from the things we actually did. So, difficulties. The easy mode was added in the North American version. It didn't exist in Japan. It's really, really easy. It throws experience at you like cheap cigars. Difficult isn't that difficult. It's honestly very doable, but you know, this is kind of casual playthrough, so you're just gonna play on normal. And yes, these things.
Do you want to do fixed so we can get like depressing level ups instead of good ones?
No.
No, do random.
Because it would feel like everything is predestined, and that really shitty level up was all planned all along. No, we need to do this with free will and wooden swords.
Yep, there's Ike and his dad.
Just getting pounded into the ground.
Well, Ike, you had enough?
No. Can you pass me the cue cards? But so yeah, this is interesting enough. The same voice actor from Smash. It's just I think his delivery slowly got better over to the point of where in Fates it's actually pretty good.
I'm going to assume that it's less the voice actor and more the voice direction being actually more competent.
Probably that too. Like I think he got more into the role of Ike, and the directors gave him better.
Oh no!
Oh no!
See, that's the thing. Back in the day, they were not really good at this voice acting thing, and they would be doing stuff like, "Hey, let's just give the voice actor all the lines in a row." Not give him any context and just say the lines like an automated robot, and they would say the lines like an automated robot, so that's why it wasn't working out so well.
The Path of Radiance ended up having very interesting voice acting, but thankfully it's only for a few cutscenes. So.
Yeah, there's 6 voiced cutscenes. No, there's 6 cutscenes in the game, and I think only 4 are voiced, so it's you can probably bear with it. We can all bear with it.
Oh, I mean,
they do look pretty though. I'll admit these are some pretty nice FMVs with a bit of cel shading style. It's
pretty good for an early GameCube. Well, not early.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, it wasn't early. It's about 4 years in, but you know, for a mid to late GameCube game, not too bad.
Yeah, but back in the day, it was like just Tales of Symphonia that did that, and a few people tried to follow it, and it didn't really work out too well.
So with this being the prologue, it's actually pretty easy.
Yeah, it's just training with Dad and little sis.
Little sis does nothing. She just laughs at you because you're right. You're a big softy teddy bear with a wooden sword. I wish they let you carry the practice swords into the real levels.
And well, you already get the Ragnall, which is in infinite use, so that would be a bit overkill, I suppose.
You're right. The real Ragnall, which is this wooden sword.
Yes, that is.
If you touch the Fire Emblem with this wooden sword, it becomes the Ragnall, and that's the plot. And that's why they have to come back here at the end of the game.
Or it just sets the wood on fire. That also happens.
That could happen, yeah. The actual Fire Emblem. You just light the forest on fire. Oh no, the bandits are gonna take over the town now. You just get a game over.
Yeah, but burning forests in this game would be kind of a bad thing. We'll see later. Yeah.
Here's Boyd. He in our current run that's going on, he's turning out quite interestingly, but I don't want to spoil too much about that. Winky.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. There's stuff happening. Keep watching the videos. He's a professional. That's what he is.
He usually turns out good from what I can hear, and he's not too bad in eyes so far.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's not Ike levels of amazing, but he's very solid. Hey, tutorials. No. I don't care about tutorials, nope.
Well, so this time we won't have to see them pop up anymore. That's cool.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Game combat. That's not going to be very important if we just do these 2 chapters, but you know. Hey, might as well. Help window off. Guide window. Unit facing is basically at the end of well, I already explained to you, but I'm saying to the viewers. When you end the turn, the unit is going to be facing a certain way. If you turn units facing on, at the end of every turn, they're going to turn towards the camera. It doesn't change anything if you attack someone from the back or anything, so it's just aesthetic, I suppose. So this is a thing you only get once you've completed the game once. It displays how much bonus experience you gain at the end of a level. Otherwise, it gives you the bonus experience, but it doesn't tell you how many. So, anyways,
here's Void, who is being incredibly pushy, and yet will not attack, because that makes a lot of sense. Void, you're real smart.
Speaking of pushy, we're just
and you get dialogue for it.
Just wasting our time. Well. No, I just like pushing you around, that's what I do. Speaking of, I should probably... Oh, we get a tutorial for Shove after I've done it. Good job, game. Right, let's talk about our main character for a moment. Ike. Ike is... I'm not gonna say good, because he's amazing. He's the first... Yes, he's the first lord in the franchise that isn't a lord. He's not nobility, he's a mercenary, a ranger. He's good at everything, he uses swords. He gets good stats at pretty much everything except, I think, magic.
Yeah, magic is the only stat that doesn't have a good growth in. Everything else is either 40 or above, I think.
Yeah.
He is absurd. Absolutely absurd. And it doesn't help that his promotion bonuses are also all amazing.
Yes.
So, like, there's literally... Ike will always turn out good. Like, at the very worst, he'll be good. And at the very best, he'll be hilariously broken.
Yep. Boyd is also pretty good, but you can't see it right now because this is training. He has this skill which doesn't actually do anything, it's just there to show you, hey, the stats that this guy has are not his real stats. His real stats are like 1 higher in everything, and he has a lot more HP because...
Like more than, like about twice that, close to twice that.
80,
maybe about, I would say 1.6 or so times, I don't know.
He normally has 30 HP, let's just say that.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit.
Because 18 HP for a fighter is really, really bad.
That's Fire Emblem randomizer stuff.
Yes.
So, like getting Priscilla as a Myrmidon with like 10 HP. Or like other nonsensical things like that.
That sounds delightful.
Well, I mean, she has like ridiculous stats when you get her like that, but...
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Yes.
Anyways, here's Boyd with his little practice weapons and everything.
Getting completely battered.
But they did do a nice touch that I just noticed now, is that they don't actually fade away like the death animation.
Yes, exactly. The characters that don't actually die don't fade away. They just remember that for much later. That characters that fade away are the ones who die, because there's some weird things in this game about it. But yeah, we're done pounding Boyd on the head with a blunt object. So let's move on to getting beat up by our dad. Oh wait, before that we get a healing item.
NPC assistance, because what else did we get? Kind of like this.
She's got a green circle. That's what these not mean. And then she just leaves.
And thus, Grail
enters the ring.
And on hard mode, apparently, he would literally just come at you right away.
Yeah, so it's... Yeah, on hard mode, it's preferable to be... Let's see. Oop. Yeah, on hard mode, it's nice to actually shove Void and just attack him from this side, so you're safe from Grail coming right at you. But here, we are not going to attack him right now. We're going to let him attack first, and then we'll heal.
Now crits can't actually happen like this. So.
Nope, because practice swords, well, trainers cannot land critical hits. They also have impeccable accuracy, so everyone's going to hit each other. Always. So have infinite use. They're really specialized weapons, you could say.
So in the Japanese version, these are bronze swords, right?
Yes, bronze swords and the bronze axe. That's how they're called.
So entertainingly, Fire Emblem Fates kind of might reference that with the no critical hit, the high accuracy thing, because that's the thing with the bronze weapons and that too, is that you can't crit.
Yep.
But they have higher accuracy, so I think that might be a little call out.
I think they were in other games though. Maybe they were in Gaiden. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe there might have been more in Fire. I don't recall like the history of the bronze sword. I mean, it probably has a legacy, but the basic idea is that yeah, it's definitely a callback to it.
Yeah. Also, quick aside before we finish off Grail. He's a hero, which is a promoted class that is really good and stuff, but he's got terrible stats. Again, because discipline.
Yeah, because he's in the game as an NPC / playable, but you can never get him.
Yeah, well, and then NPC non-playable then.
Well, yeah, I should say. But he was at some point supposed to be recruitable, I think. And he was not.
Yeah,
and the cool thing about him is that he's ridiculously broken.
Yeah.
Because his growth rates are crazy, like 80% skill or something like that.
Yep, and he's an axe hero, which is rare enough to be mentioned. He's still
the other cool thing is that he's also the only hero in this game.
And also, yeah, that's literally his class. If you try to use cheat codes and turn somebody into a hero, they just turn into Grail. It's a very dignified bow he's doing right now.
Here we go. Let's see what this is to depress me. Let's see, here we go. Oh wow, it's basically the same thing we got in the test, except without the HP. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. Oh, talk about being consistent.
No, please don't tell me it's literally going to be the same. Holy crap. I will die.
That would be amusing. I need to burn the exact same amount of random numbers, so that would be kinda interesting if I managed to do that by accident.
It means we've been tasking this whole time and been lying to you in its post-commentary all along.
Aha,
we've been hamstrung around.
We got you good. Well, it's only 15 minutes in for them, so it's just like all along is 10 minutes.
This very long time, like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Yes, you're a professional, Boyd.
Random chance, huh? That's a lot of this game, huh?
Yeah, for these 100% hits, that was totally random chance. Random had a lot to do with it.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the first time we recorded that we meant, oh well, they're gone now. We were mentioning how the text boxes in this game are very fancy compared to like the
they're
UI.
really pretty.
Yeah, even the UI in general is much better. You these cool little title screens and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the first chapter of the game.
Nope. The first chapter of the game can actually be seen in the background. You can see the village where we're going to go. It's in the back on the left.
And we have to say our prayers for a certain town when it happens.
Oh yeah.
Give our shout outs and our hopes.
Yep. So yeah, I guess gonna get his first mission where it's like, hey, it's just a training mission. Just be careful, and you can have everybody die.
Yeah, theoretically, and there is dialogue later in the game that literally accompanies like the characters dying, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like the first few chapters. A lot of the dialogue relies on Boyd, Titania, and friends being around. So if they're not around, they decide, oh, okay, let's just completely rewrite the script. And there's 4 different versions, pretty much, of it. Whether Titania is still alive, whether Boyd is still alive, whether Oscar, that green smiling person, is there too. So.
Oh, Oscar, the disappointment. But you'll see.
Well, depends.
He has time. He has time.
Yeah, he still has time, and he's got a few okay levels, I suppose. And I mean, it's not all about level ups, is it? Well, it kinda is, but you know, personality.
A little.
Personality and
wit
skills
shines through,
and affinities.
That's why I'm a fan of Marcus in Fire Emblem 6. Even though he's not good, I have my faith in him.
Oh, he's alright. Like all pre-promotes really are, unless you're Jagan, you're still going to have their uses anyway. So.
Because Jagan is legitimately just garbage.
Past the first few levels, and unless you're really doing a very, very focused LTC run or something like that. Low turn count for those not in the know. Anyways, got a bandit chapter. A Fire Emblem stable, just go fight the bandits.
Every time.
Every single time.
A bandit chapter. And every time, they always have axes.
Well, yeah, because...
There's a few Myrmidons here, also known as the worst Myrmidons ever.
Yeah. Myrmidons are not very threatening in this game. But probably because a lot of the units you start with are either Ike, who's a god, or units that have pretty high defense. Or
Here's Titania telling us about things we know.
Oh yeah, weapon triangle. Axes are good against lances. Lances are good against swords. My lance is great against swords, but not against axes. And to complete the triangle, it's... yeah, good job, guys.
Wow, Ike, you did it. You get a gold star.
The weapon triangle is less than in the GBA games, actually. You get plus... If you get an advantage, you get +1 attack and +10 accuracy, instead of +15 accuracy, so that's slightly less. It was really low in Thracia 776. It's just like, oh, you got a weapon triangle advantage. Good job, you get 5 more accuracy. That's all.
So it didn't make much of a difference.
Yeah, at this point, just like, yeah, okay. I guess
we got some Boyd action here.
Yeah. Just doing a mirror match against one of his white-haired fellows.
Yeah, one of his evil clones from the factory. That's the plot line we haven't explored yet, but we'll get it. Oh, we should look at Boyd, shouldn't we? We probably should look at his stats.
Instead of just sending him into the action immediately. So he's a fighter, that means lots of strength and lots of HP. He's a big wall of meat, basically. Boyd especially is... how to put it? I put it like Dorcas from Fire Emblem 7, except with dart speed from the same game. So he's got reasonable skill, reasonable speed. His defenses are kind of lacking, but he's honestly pretty good overall. He's got one skill which is called Tempest, which doubles biorhythm effects. And for that, I need to explain what biorhythm is. It's this fancy little sine wave, which is basically gives bonuses if you're high on the sine wave, or maluses if you're low on it. Every unit has their own little point in the wave. Like he's middle, Ike is. Everyone is middle except Oscar, who's low, basically. As they do battles or chapters pass, it progresses, and they go up and down and up and down. So double of no bonuses for Boyd because he's near the middle, so it's not really useful right now. Next we have Oscar. He's a Lance Knight. He's a cavalry guy, got a lot of movement, pretty balanced overall.
Yeah, his growth, the one problem that they have is that he doesn't really have any exceptionally high ones outside of skill.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like Elliewood, but with a really high skill growth. Or I guess a better equivalent would be a slightly better Roy, with his luck growth being put into skill instead.
Yeah, that's the basic idea about Oscar. He's got a bit of skill and speed, and that's the only thing that's remotely remarkable about him. Even then, it's not like crazy high in any way. So it's like all red and green cavaliers in Fire Emblem. You just kinda train them, see how they go, and either bench them or keep them around.
Yeah, you pick between the red and the green one usually. Sometimes, in rare instances, you can end up using both because they both just turn out fantastic.
Yeah, well,
also, worth noting, if you skip the tutorial here, Ike gets 4 iron swords.
Oh right, yeah. You get the opportunity to get a tutorial about visiting houses. And yeah, it's fantastic. Except if you skip it, for some reason Ike starts with 4 iron swords in his inventory, which you're probably going to drop a bunch of them because you get the convoy really late in this game. So it's like, yeah, I got stuff. Well, I guess I'll drop one of my thousands of iron swords. It's pretty useful if you do a solo of this game with Ike. Because of course Ike can solo this game. Also, this is still in tutorial land, more or less. We still can die, but we need to teach the player.
Oh no! No!
Barbarians can burn houses. Even empty houses that don't have any treasures and can't be visited.
My prayers to that house.
Yeah. I've tried that house, like, can't physically reach it unless you use cheat codes, and if you do use cheat codes, there's like, you know, there's nothing in there. You're not supposed to get here. 2 damage. That was
again. These myrmidons are something else. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't get much better later in the game.
Yeah, we've seen them. They're not. We've seen a lot of myrmidons, and none has really caught our attention. The guys with iron blades are kinda.
Oh, they're the best, man. They're my favorite. Yeah. I like how they weigh themselves down and give themselves 0 speed as a myrmidon class.
They're basically here on a kamikaze duty. Just go at the guy, do a lot of damage, and then die because you have no evade whatsoever.
Except they can't do the lot of damage part because their strength is low.
Yeah, well, the iron blades are pretty powerful, so they did manage to, I don't know. Later on, they do manage to do some, 5 damage to Titania. That's a lot. Oh, speaking of Titania,
that's not too bad actually. That's fairly above average for against Titania. Yeah.
Speaking of Titania, maybe you should mention what she does a bit.
Break the game.
Yeah, break the game. That's one of the things she does. She's a paladin, which is a promoted Oscar, basically. She's what you get in most Fire Emblem games, an early pre-promote unit. She's pretty good. She starts with axes and lances, and a skill that sometimes returns some of the damage she takes to the enemy that hurt her. She's actually good. Most of the time, these guys tend to fall off later on. They're here to They're here to steal all your experience from other units. But no, she's worth training. It takes a while, but she does really well. Gets good speed, very good resistance, like a good true paladin. Strength is kind of middling, but she's got axes. She'll be fine.
And the cool thing is that she's basically Isadora with red hair and good stats.
Yes, and axes. Let's not forget the axes.
Yeah, nobody can forget those bad boys.
Yes.
Gotta love axes.
Exactly. And this is a
They
really
are,
good
of course,
house.
my
Yeah, this
favorite
is a
one, yeah.
and this is a really good house to save because it gives you a stat booster, which if you give this to someone, they get plus 7 HP. So permanently.
Time for that bandit to move on to bigger things.
Yes.
Not before this guy moves on to bigger things too. Like the afterlife.
Yeah, the bigger thing was not his damage.
No. Meanwhile,
Yeah, meanwhile, Bode is wondering where did everybody go?
oh yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, I can definitely do it. But first...
Oh, the moment of
Stab.
truth. Watch this disappointment because we're doing this again, and it's not gonna matter. Oh, please, Oscar. Don't you dare.
It's going
Don't
to be
you
super weird, like just res. Thank you. Close. And another iron sword.
Good thing. I am really glad this doesn't count now. Oh, that would have been really disappointing in the actual.
It could have been worse. It could have been magic.
Oh, isn't that what we got the first time? I don't recall.
Something.
I think maybe somebody else had gotten magic, but it was really
Yes.
funny.
Yeah, some got really weird level
I
with
think it
like.
was Titania that got magic.
Yeah, she got a level with HP. HP, magic, and resistance. It's like, yeah, alright, great. What are you gonna do with
axes.
that? Yeah. Well,
Oh,
there
man.
is a magic axe somewhere. There is a magic of every kind of weapon except a bow. So you can, it's like, yeah, I actually got magic. Now they can be more useful with that one single weapon. It's not very useful for fighters.
Oh, here we go. This is
And
gonna
here
look
we
good.
go,
This is what
another-
Ike level ups look like. Everybody, watch. Can be just defensive.
No, strength.
Oh, no.
It's not very good actually.
No,
It-
well,
it's-
okay. See, this is looking good already because this isn't the final run we're doing.
Yeah.
This is
I don't know if you noticed, by the way, one thing I did. I'm not going to risk this. One thing I did, when a character levels up, you can press the start button, and instead of just displaying all the little pings at once, it just goes all at once. We didn't really see it there because there were only 3, but that's a thing that can be done. You can gain half a second, I guess. It's a small feature to skip the.
There's no
It's
fun doing that though. It's always fun waiting to see what it is.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a nice progressive thing. So that's why this is the only time you will see it in DLP. Unless I get really frustrated and impatient later on, so...
of course, that could definitely happen too. Because I'm not playing even though it's on my channel. I'm not good at this game because I've never beaten it or played it.
Mostly never played it. If you want to do if you want to play it along,
I
Just
might,
ju-
but
yeah.
I honestly, I'll probably settle to watching it first.
All right. As long as you don't go past the thing, so you can,
I
you can
won't,
get
I
your live reactions.
I want to make sure that my
Oh
boy.
my.
Oh my god, boy!
Yeah, that's
What a good ending. You know
that
what?
is better
I am.
than
That is the canon ending to this chapter.
that is.
Boyd literally just ran
until
through
you
that
see
guy.
his level up. that
Oh,
was alright.
that was a pretty solid level up for that.
That was pretty good.
Even they just ran that man through, like.
Yep. He decided I can do that, so can I. And this is a seize map, so we need to go on the seize square and press the seize button and seize and clear the map, and that's done. We've seized. Yay!
Why would they ask you it if you wanted to seize it?
Well, just in case, maybe you've still got stuff to do on the map, like gathering
Perhaps.
villagers or whatnot.
Perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. That's most of it, though. That's our little, wasn't even
Yeah.
a bonus video, it's the introduction video. But
Yeah.
we're really sorry that we couldn't get our first playthrough Big Camtasia Freak Accident car pile.
And by that, it was just me forgetting to press the record button. It's sometimes technical difficulties or really complicated messes of, oh, I've got 5 different audio channels, how do I balance this? Oh, one of them is not recording. Ah, that's a problem. Sometimes it's just, oh, I didn't press the button, that's why.
Regardless, it is very, very entertaining. And that was a good way to end the chapter, too. I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, that was boring, like, yeah, fuck you, I can do better than you.
He's a professional, clearly.
Yes!
Oh, well,
And
that's
there you
chapter
go.
1 in the prologue.
Yes! Oh,
So, thank you all for watching. When we go on to chapter 2, we'll be, incongruously trying to hide the fact that we didn't mess up.
I don't think we even hide it, really. Just,
No,
yeah,
I don't. I'm pretty sure we just went,
Whoop.
yeah.
we
I hope
messed
you guys
up.
liked part 2 or part 1, because it's totally not gonna match here.
Exactly. Well, yeah, I'll see you. Well, we'll see you guys in part 2.
Yep.